Where should we go?
Back home.
Where's back home?
Wherever Islam is.
Where Islam is?
Not here. Yeah.
Can you tell me where Islam is?
Allah,
You're
Quran,
That's fine.
preaches about murdering people that don't believe in
Where's
your
your
religion.
evidence for this?
This is your book.
You've made quite a lot of claims. So listen, you've told me to go back to where I'm from. I said, where am I from? You said, go back to Islam. So tell me where Islam is so I can book my ticket.
Country.
Okay.
This is a Christian country.
So where on the map?
Speak about what? Your religion speaks evil. Your Quran is evil.
Okay, can you explain how it's evil? Because I want to see the verses.
If you read it,
Okay, I've read it.
Quite a few quotes
Yeah.
about killing non-believers.
Okay, where have you read it in context or out of context, or has someone just taught you?
Context,
Okay, do you know do you know what the verse is?
It says kill non-believers.
Okay, can you Google it?
Kill non-believers.
Can you
marry 6-year-olds? Rape a
Okay,
woman 9 years of age.
So okay, now you're lying.
No, that's what your God did.
My God, who's my God?
Allah. That's what Allah did.
So Allah, what did Allah do?
He married a 6-year-old and then raped her when she was 9 years of age.
Okay, I think you've got a lot of misunderstanding.
No, you need to read your Quran.
I've read it, my friend.
No, you haven't read
So okay,
it properly.
so how old was
Where did he marry? Who
Okay,
did he marry?
look,
A
first
6-year-old,
gone.
yes?
Gone.
Did he not marry a 6-year-old?
We're not here. Look, we're here to clear up misconceptions. That's the reason why we're here.
No.
And you have a lot of misunderstanding. So it's good that you.
I've read that book back to front.
Okay.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
You've read it all out of context.
No, it's
I
not
promise
read
you.
out of context.
I promise you, you've read it out of
twist
context.
It's not read out of
Should you-
context. You're murderers.
Okay, let's take this slowly by slowly.
Have we killed you?
You're killing a lot of Christians.
Where?
Yeah.
Where?
Where?
Yeah.
Nigeria, England.
Where have we killed a
We're
lot of
terrorists, actually.
England?
We're terrorists.
We're not here to argue with you. We're not upset with you. I promise you, we're not upset with you. We just want to make sure you're okay and you understood Islam properly. We're not here to twist. The book is there. We've got the book right there. We've got the book right there. We've got Google. We can Google what you're saying, and we can come to the references.
We're here for conversation.
Listen, look, that's fine. Look, you're entitled to whatever you need to say. You're telling me to go back to where I'm from. I'm born here. I don't know anywhere else.
Why are all the Muslims trying to take over and wipe us out?
Where?
The Christians. Yeah. What's happening
We're not
in this
trying to take
country?
over. Would you like anything to eat or drink? Okay. Your name is, sorry?
I don't
Okay,
know.
no
Can
problem.
we refer to you as John?
Who?
As John.
We can call you John. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So look, John, you made a lot of claims, yeah, and it's good to open our minds to have a discussion regarding it, because a lot of the time there's a lot of websites or anti-Islamic people who basically portray Islam in a way. Who would you go to learn? If I learn about Christianity, I need to go to a Christian. If you want to learn about Islam, you go to a Muslim. So look, you made a lot of claims that need to be gone through one by one. Let's take it step by step. Yeah, you said that England is a Christian country. Yeah, if I was to say to you, no, it's not. The things that they're promoting, yeah, it was a Christian country once upon a time, but now the things they are promoting goes away from Christianity. For example, relationships, our marriages. To get married in Christianity is a tradition. It's a religious practice that you marry. For example, even drugs, not drugs, sexual immorality, interest, all of these things. Look, for example, when you talk about someone marrying a young girl, how old was Rebecca when she got married in the Bible? She was 3 years old. You know this year, when she married Isaac, she was 3 years old when she got married. So look, when you say about killing, according to the Christians, they say that Jesus said kill the men and the young and keep the young girls for yourself, and even kill I think one type of the animals. It's in the Bible. I could even show you this. So look, I appreciate your listening, and I hope you are taking it on board. What I'm saying. It's good to come to a common term and build bridges instead of divert, because what people are trying to do is cause division. Do you see? What do you have to say about this? Let's tackle it one by one. I promise you're not here to kill no one.
Where it says non-believers should be got rid of.
Okay, if I show you in the Quran it's read out of context, would you believe me? If I show you the whole...
What do you mean by it's read out of context? Does it not say that in there?
No, you have to read it in context. You have to read it in context. It's in the time of war. It's not just look, I've got neighbors who are non-Muslims. They love me.
I believe in scientific theory of the Big Bang.
the Big Bang? Okay. You do know, John, you know, science is a testing tool. It only goes to certain limits. So even when we look at the books of sciences, they always go back to X.
Well, they go back to the creation of the Earth.
Yeah, no, when they go back to
Right.
where did this come from? Where did this come from? They always go back to X. Look, for example, now, like your walking stick, yeah? If I told you that nobody made it, you know it's got a handle, it's got a grip at the bottom, it's made a certain weight, or it's made a certain type of thickness. If I told you nobody made it, it came straight off a tree, or it came straight out of the ground, exactly how it looks, will you believe me? You know you can extend it, it has extender. You wouldn't believe me.
No, because man created it.
Yeah. But you know, John, if we actually analyze, forget the universe right now, just the human body. For example, the human body, every human body has 37.2 trillion.
Your chocolate or sweet?
No.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Every human body has 37.2 trillion cells. Each cell has a different purpose and function. Thousands of taste buds, hundreds of megapixel eyes, different fingerprints. The way that the body is designed, like for example, if your teeth were on your leg, your mouth was on your head, your nose was on your foot, you wouldn't be able to smell your food, chew your food, and swallow it. It's all linked in the same place. It's a perfect design. It must have come from somewhere. When we look at the universe of the perfect system of the sun and the moon, there has to be of someone who created it. Like for example, John, if I said to you, you walked into a forest, and inside this forest there was a cottage, and you walked into the cottage, and inside that cottage there was a perfectly made cake, yeah, your favorite cake, yeah, but there's no one to be seen. Science can tell me what's in the cake, what ingredients are in the cake, but science can't tell me who made the cake. You and me will know that someone's made it and put it there. Science can't tell me who did that. Science can tell me, on the other hand, who put the ingredients in. Science can tell me what ingredients are in there. So science has a stop-off point. It's only a testing tool. So all of these conspiracy theories, they're called theories for a reason. Do you see? And even Darwin, one of the heads of this ideology, even he didn't come to the extent of saying there's no God.
But then it's every person has.
Sorry, I'm just going to come and quickly. I can't hear you.
Right, everybody has their way of whatever they believe in, whatever. But I don't. I've never found that. As they call it.
Yeah. Look, do you believe in objective truth? Do you believe there can only be one truth? I'll give an example of what I mean by this.
No, there could be multiple. And
Okay.
man has proven that.
How?
Well, where does it say about dinosaurs?
Yeah, so no, but the reality is there was either dinosaurs or there wasn't dinosaurs. So there's only one truth. It doesn't matter what me and you believe. There probably was dinosaurs. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to truth, whether there was dinosaurs or not dinosaurs, there's only one truth. You can't have both of them because they're contradictions. For example, Neil Armstrong, he either went to the moon or he didn't. Forget what the normal general mass believe.
That's been proven that he never went there.
Yeah, I know, but in reality, it either happened or it didn't.
Mm.
Do you see? So even when it comes to truth, there's only one truth. Whether there's a God or there's no God. God is a man, God is a monkey. God is, do you understand? There's only one truth to the situation. Because you,
They'll don't believe in it. So that's my choice.
yeah, no, that's your choice. You're entitled to your choice.
Yeah.
But John, what I'd say to you is, you're a young man. You're a young man.
No, that's not.
A lot of your life has probably gone by in a flash of an eye, a blink of an eye. We need to see why we are here, because everything has a purpose. Our purpose has to be more than just sleep, work, go toilet, repeat.
Not the way this government wants it.
Forget the government for a second. Look at yourself. Look at the perfect system of the universe, from the gases to the carbon dioxide to the oxygen to the trees. The animals feed from it, then we use it as humans for furniture or maybe fuel or whatever it is. It's a perfect system. Different types of vegetation, different types of medicinal benefits we get from fruits as well, different seasonal fruits. It's a perfect system. From a seed comes a tangerine with skin and taste and flavor and sweetness or sourness.
Yeah, about plants or that, or vegetation. we want this.
Exactly.
Give us the option.
And even for that seed or that tree or that plant, sorry, for that tangerine tree or whatever it is, for it to come to the point it is, for when we eat from it and get our benefits, there has to be the right amount of sunlight. There has to be the right amount of water. It has to be the right type of soil.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So it's a perfect system. And this is the tangerine we're talking about. What about the mangoes and the bananas and the coconuts?
They have
And
to have the right climate. Right.
do you see? Even human creation, if we didn't have that, then there would have been no human creation, what you said. Even the moon is linked to the gravitational system.
Right.
Either this,
It
it'll be
goes
flooded.
waves.
That's it. So you're a clever man. Ponder, reflect, John. Ponder and reflect. And look, before you go, I want to clear up this verse. I'm not running away from it. Because look, the thing is, look, I can understand your frustration. Don't get me wrong. That's why I'm not angry at you. That's why I'm not swearing back or shouting at you. It's just I want you to get your frustration out so we can discuss it. And there is a lot of misunderstanding. Look, I'm a Muslim. I've read the Quran over and over again. We've studied the Quran in context. There's a lot of people who are lying against Islam. And I don't blame them because they see on the news so-and-so man blew up a train, or we have to look at why are people are doing this, and why is the government pushing Muslim grooming gangs when it's not a Muslim issue. Muslims have nothing to do with grooming gangs. This is away from Islam. If it was according to Islam, these people would have the death penalty. Because what they're doing, alcohol. Everyone knows Muslims don't drink alcohol. Raping these little girls. Everyone knows that Muslims don't rape girls. We marry our women honorably and we commit to them. And we give them rights that no other religion gives women. For example, the man has to go out and work. She's allowed to relax. He needs to protect her, fund her. Do you understand? We're not even allowed to say the word uff to our mother. You know, even studies show that Muslims are the most charitable people. We are number one in charity. So look, these misconceptions, I'm not saying, look, you get black sheep within every community. Yeah, you may have Muslims doing atrocities. Yeah, but on the other hand, genocides that are taking place in Gaza. There's so much that is happening. Even look, for example, in what's happened in Afghanistan. Was it the Muslims that were here causing that, or was it the West and the Americans, the West that went over and did what they did? It's like, for example, John, if somebody came knocking on your door, you own your house, you got your children in your house. Yeah, I don't know if you do have any children, but may God protect and guide them. If somebody came knocking on your door, forget knocking, they booted your door down. They ran into your house and said, this is our house now. And God forbid, but they killed your children, raped your women. Are you going to stay silent?
No.
You're going to fight back.
Every man would. Well,
Every man would. But when you fight back now, what happens is you're looked at as the evil one. That's exactly what's going on. And the reason why Islam is a threat to the West is because everything that they make their money from, everything they're promoting, from pornography to alcohol, which are trillion-dollar industries, Islam will come and eradicate it. Islam is the solution. Your children are not, your children won't throw you to old people's homes. They will actually call you every day, Mum, Dad, you need anything. They'll humble themselves. Do you see? So all of these things, it's a perfect way of life. Being good to your neighbor. Even when it comes to war, of course, there's a concept of war. We're not allowed to harm women, the elderly, the children, not even trees and animals, not even places of worship we're not allowed to harm. Do you see? So, John, do you know what it is? Please, yeah, look, from another human to another human. We're not here to cause division. I promise you, we're here to build bridges. We have the Quran, we're giving that Qurans for free. We don't get paid for this. We come out in the cold, sacrifice our time on a Saturday when everyone's got a day off work to be away from your families, to come and educate people. Because we know that the media is a powerful tool. And the media, and it's true, we get sworn out every week. Every week we get sworn out. But it's very few people like yourself that actually stop and listen. So I really appreciate that, John. Would you like a Quran? Free one. It's in thing. But look, yeah. And this context you're talking about, just to clear up the context, about this is verses of when there's war. It's in context of war. It's not out of war. Yeah. God says in the Quran, for you to harm one human being is like as if you have killed the whole. So for you to kill one human being is like as if you killed the whole of humanity. But to save one human is like as if you have saved the whole of humanity. Yeah. And this verses you're talking about is when they broke the treaty and they basically persecuted the Muslims and drove the Muslims out of their houses. Like what I said to you, they were allowed to fight them. So it's taken out of context. Yeah. And you can read it. You can even Google it and look into the context of what I'm speaking about. That's one thing. Secondly, the age. If we go back 100 years, just in the UK, there was kings and queens getting married at a very young age. Even now, John, if we look at all the countries, even Nigeria right now, do you know what the age of consent of marriage is?
I know it's
That's all right.
12, I think.
So 12, yeah,
12,
yeah.
I think,
So look, Nigeria is 12. Would I get my daughter married at 12? Would I marry a 12-year-old? No way. That's not happening. No way. That's not my norm. That's not what we do. Yeah.
I mean, that's why they're trying to break the law in India as well, because they're allowed to marry them at a very young age.
Yeah.
And that's it.
So look, this is what I'm saying. Where do we get our morality from? Look, Islamically, as a Muslim, when the woman has hit maturity, yeah, she's mature. She's having her periods. She's able to conceive. Yeah, that's a criteria for her to get married. There's also a criteria for her to get married when it's a societal norm. And thirdly is that she has to be mentally mature. So 3 things that have to apply for her to get married is physically mature, mentally mature, and societal norm. If she ticks all these boxes, then she can get married. Doesn't mean yes, you get her married. She also has a say in it. Do you see? So this is what the Muslims we believe. But if one of these doesn't tick the box, then we don't get her married. So look, what I'm saying is, look, the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was studied in detail, yeah, by non-Muslim historians in detail. None of them said that he did something wrong. It's only in the last 50 years that it's been brought up. Secondly, if we look back, like I said, there's kings and queens get married. Even the Bible says that the biblical scholars, they say that Rebecca was 3 years old. Do you see? When she got married. Also, if we look at the woman that did get married at the age of 6, her name was Aisha, peace be upon her. She married the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Yeah. If we look, there was a wisdom behind it. He didn't choose to marry her; it was ordained by God. Number one. Secondly, she's one of the main narrators of the hadith. She was a female scholar. Someone that goes through child abuse or sexual abuse, they speak about it later on in their life. She could have spoken about it after the death of the Prophet Muhammad. Nowhere did she say she was abused. If anything, she spoke highly and good of him. So all of these things have to be taken into context. Do you see? So I hope I've cleared out for you, John. Listen, would you like some tea? Please. Yeah? Listen, whenever you do go past, say hello. Yeah? It'll be nice to catch up and listen, I really appreciate your time. John, have a nice day, yeah? Take care, yeah? See you later, mate.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم